All right, so we're back with another deep dive, and today we've got something, uh,
Interesting.
yeah, interesting is the word, right? We're looking at this YouTube video. The title is Words That Every Husband Would Love to Hear,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's a broken heart emoji right at the end.
Right.
So already you kind of know something's up, right?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a head scratcher.
Just Maxith is the channel. Have you heard of this one before?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, yeah, me neither, but boy, this video, when you actually start reading the transcript,
Yeah, it takes a turn, doesn't it?
it really does. I mean,
Yeah.
at first you're just reading this like really, really touching love letter.
Yeah, very heartfelt.
Right. It's from a wife to her husband, George, and she is gushing.
Oh, yeah, head over heels.
Totally, completely in love with this guy. And they met later in life too. Like she was 35
Okay.
when they met, and it's been 5 years, and they've got 2 kids, and it's like the honeymoon phase never ended.
It's great when couples can keep that spark alive, over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. And she talks about like how when they first met, she couldn't even sleep if they had to spend a night apart.
Wow, that's intense.
Right. And then like 5 years later, 2 kids later, she's still getting butterflies. When she's reading his texts, she talks about his grin.
Ah, that's sweet.
It is sweet. I mean, you just can't help but smile reading it.
It's like a modern day fairy tale, almost makes you believe in true love.
Almost, yeah. But then you remember that broken heart emoji, right?
Right, lurking in the shadows.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, like, okay, what's the deal with these grand gestures, these declarations of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially years down the line when you've built a life together.
I mean, they're great. Don't get me wrong. It's wonderful to hear those things. But sometimes you got to wonder, are they enough? Or are they sometimes,
Hoovering something up.
yeah, covering something up? Exactly. I mean, you see this all the time, right?
On social media, especially.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone's putting their best foot forward, showing the highlight reel, but what's happening behind the scenes? Who knows?
Yeah, good point. I mean, this whole thing is like, it's like she's putting on a brave face,
Yeah.
right? Because the words are so loving. But then there's that
Little
emoji.
crack in the facade?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It's, maybe there's some past hurt that's still lingering, something they haven't fully dealt with.
Or maybe they're going through something difficult right now, a challenge, and this is kind of her way of coping, clinging to the good memories.
Yeah, or trying to convince herself that everything's okay.
Could be. Could be. It's really hard to say without more information.
Yeah, and then it gets even more complicated because there's this one line, it's like right at the end of the excerpt we have. She says, "When our children find out not only what you have done, but who you are, they will be so proud of you too."
Hmm. That is interesting what you have done.
Right. Like, what has George done?
And who is he really? We only get this snapshot of him as this loving husband and father, but clearly there's more to the story.
So much more. It's like suddenly he's got this secret past, right?
It really makes you wonder, is it something good? Like, did he, I don't know, save someone's life or invent something amazing?
Or is it something bad that he's trying to hide?
Maybe he made a mistake, something he regrets, and he's worried about how it'll affect his kids when they find out.
Or maybe it's something totally different. Like maybe he's not who she thinks he is,
Oh, that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Right. Like, is there some big secret about his identity?
It's like we started with a love story, but now it's turned into a mystery thriller.
Exactly. We've got a devoted wife, a husband with a secret past, and this looming sense of heartbreak. It's like all the ingredients for a great drama.
And it makes you think about how well can we ever really know the people closest to us?
And how much does the past influence the present?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we all carry baggage. We all have things we've done, good and bad. But how does that shape our relationships? And how does it affect the legacy we leave for our children? Big questions, huh?
Big questions indeed. And we might never know the answers in this case, but it's definitely something to think about.
Food for thought, for sure.
Absolutely. So there you have it, folks. Another deep dive full of love, mystery, and maybe a little bit of heartbreak. Tune in next time for more intriguing content breakdowns.
Until then, happy pondering.